May the 27th, 2023. Sellout crowd of 15,000 at Bournemouth Vitality Stadium. World Championship fight, obviously. Leading up to the fight, you get sick. What's going through your mind?
It's my dream to win a world title at the stadium, and nothing was stopping me. Just pure elation, relief, a lifetime's work gone into one night, and you achieve that moment. My childhood dream of, like, I always wanted to play football on that pitch, but I was never good enough at football, so I forged my way on there another way. I get to win a world title at the football stadium.
And you dedicated that to your mum, right?
She had breast cancer, found out about 6 weeks before the fight. Such a great mum to me, just always been there for me, supported me, just being a kid from Bournemouth who had no real amateur pedigree. I got to a couple of national finals and failed on a few GB assessments. I think that's the scariest thing, is just not having regrets.
If we were recording another episode of this podcast 10 years from now, where would you like to be? What would you like to accomplish, Chris?
Unified champion, minimum, unbeaten for the rest of my career, beating every man I've faced in terms of career.
May the 27th, 2023. Sellout crowd of 15,000 at Bournemouth Vitality Stadium. World Championship fight, obviously. Leading up to the fight, you get sick. What's going through your mind?
Get better and get better quick. Yeah, it wasn't ideal preparation. The camp had gone perfect as well. Like the build up, the sparring, the strength work, the weight was fine. Like everything was just spot on. Usually there's like niggles and stuff, but no real, nothing out of the ordinary. And it was like by far my best camp. And then on the Tuesday morning, I woke up, and I woke up early. I'd had about 3 hours sleep, I think, and yeah, I was throwing up and everything else on the toilet. So yeah, it wasn't ideal, and I was just thinking, yeah, this isn't good. And then every time I ate after that, it was just the same. I was just straight on the toilet, like within within minutes. So
you're losing weight way quicker than you.
Yeah, I mean, making weight was easy, but not the way you want to do it. Obviously, energy, all my muscle stores are just getting depleted, and obviously my immune system's ruined. So yeah, I got on the phone to my nutritionist on the Wednesday. I think I said, mate, I can't keep anything in me. And he was like, right, we'll go completely dry foods, no dairy, just try some rice cracker things. And that's literally all I ate for Wednesday. Was about Wednesday to Thursday, probably ate about 8 rice crackers. Sorry, Wednesday to Friday, about 8 rice crackers. So,
from Wednesday to Friday?
Yeah, probably. Maybe a bit more, I don't know. But yeah, it wasn't a lot. And yeah, not ideal preparation.
Wow. And does that play with your mind?
No, nothing. Like on fight week, nothing can throw me. Like nothing. It doesn't matter. It's just that is the situation in that moment. I can't do anything there and then. Like I can't. I've done all the hard work in camp. You've got to play with the cards you're dealt, and that was just where we were at. But Shane and Jake, Shane McGuigan and Jake McGuigan, my trainer and my manager, Shane was thinking about pulling me out of the fight.
Was he?
He didn't tell me till after, and there was no way I was. The stadium had sold out. It's my dream to win a world title at the stadium, and nothing was stopping me.
You've been boxing since you were a teenager, and you were, 33 at the time of the fights? 32?
32 at the time of the fight, yeah.
How emotional were you afterwards?
Yeah, I mean, seen the video.
Yep.
Yeah, it's funny because the final bell went and I felt like I'd won the fight, but it's boxing. You hear of robberies all the time. And then, so I remember like hugging Lawrence, hugging my team, like half celebrating because we thought I'd won the fight, but you never know until that, the scorecards are read out. So I went and stood on the corner post and thought, right, I'm going to enjoy this moment in between thinking I've won the fight and knowing, because if it gets ruined for me by the scorecards, at least I've soaked it all up. So I just stood on the corner, just like just trying to soak in the atmosphere and trying to enjoy that moment. Obviously, the scorecards get read out, and the first one here is a draw, and I'm like, how's that a draw? And then I heard the last two, and I knew I'd won then. So yeah, it was just pure elation, relief, a lifetime's work gone into one night, and you achieve that moment. My childhood dream of like, I always wanted to play football on that pitch, but I was never good enough at football. So I forged my way on there another way. I get to win a world title at the football stadium.
Okay, if we were recording another episode of this podcast 10 years from now, where would you like to be? What would you like to have accomplished, Chris?
Unified champion minimum. Unbeaten for the rest of my career. Beating every man I've faced in terms of career.
What advice would you give to those lads who are like listening to this episode and what they can do with their lives?
Yeah, I mean, I think passion's important. You got to find something you're passionate about, and then just stay consistent. And like I said, consistency builds success, but it's not consistent in just turning up. You got to turn up with 100% mindset and give 100% of what you can that day. Sometimes that might be 20% of your maximum, but it's 100% of what you can give that day.
Are you currently where you want to be?
That's a tough one. I'm where I want to be at this point, and I'm in the right place. I'm on the right track, and I'm moving well towards the destination, if you want to call it that. So I'm content of where I'm going.
Yeah,
I'm not finished in terms of my career, and life goals. There's still very much plenty I want to achieve, but I'm where I want to be in terms of heading in the right direction.
it's a really good answer. I like it. Chris Billam-Smith, thank you very much indeed.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.